Here is what 2024 taught us. Amazon is more competitive. New brands are entering the platform. Often they jump in without a plan and they expect sales to skyrocket overnight. Spoiler alert, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way anymore, even if it did in the past. Launching costs are higher than usual. Ads are more expensive and customers are expecting more from listings, or in other words, more from products. So the opportunity, I think, is still massive, with Amazon dominating the traffic and just conversions as high as even 20 to 30% for more niche products. It's still, I think, one of the best platforms to grow your e-commerce sales, but there's just things to be aware of for 2025. To succeed in 2025, you're going to need a clear plan. So let's break it down step by step. Step one, start with your end goals in mind. So start with the end in mind. Say that you want, let's say you already have your brand on Amazon, you want a 25% sales growth in 2025, and you want a new product launch, you want 1,000 reviews on your listing, and you would like page one rankings for your top keyword by the end of this year, 2025. Now, those are some big goals. So what I'd like to do is break those into then milestones. Now, mark your calendars really quickly and make sure to click on the link in the show notes, because January 13th, 2025 at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard, if you're watching this and it's after, it's already occurred, but I will be doing a 45-minute live workshop. And if you're wanting to grow your Amazon sales channel instead of staying stuck in the overwhelm, then you'll want to sign up today for this free workshop. I will be sharing with you tools that you can use to grow your Amazon sales channel confidently and essentials that you'll need to launch, optimize, and grow to 6 figures. Now, also, I will be giving away door prizes for one winner, so make sure that you are there live, and you can grab your seat today in the description box below. Okay, let's talk about the milestones in step two. That's really where you're going to take those big goals, break them into milestones, make them more achievable. So let's work backwards. That new product listing, aim for, let's say for month one, you want to see 30 reviews. So this is kind of tying in, you want to add a new listing to Amazon, plus you want 1,000 reviews on that listing. By month 3, you want to have a goal of hitting that milestone of 100 reviews. By month 6, 600 reviews. And by the year, you should have 1,000, but ideally you have closer to 1,200 product reviews. So next, you want to ensure that that top keyword for page one is actually realistic for you to show up there. Now, you can use tools like Helium 10 to really validate the keyword volume, so making sure there's actually demand, but also to look at the competitiveness. How many other people are trying to go after that keyword? Now, a pro tip is if you focus on hitting page one for less competitive keywords, that'll give you traction faster. I've talked about this in other videos, but that is much more attainable unless you have a very large budget and you're willing to lose quite a bit of money. But typically you're going to want to go after those less competitive keywords and hit page one for that, meaning when someone types in that keyword, you are showing up first. And I do have a link in the description box below if you would like to use Helium 10. If you're not already signed up, there's a discount code in the description box. Step 3, you want to budget for profitability later. Yes, you heard that right. So here's the truth. Most brands won't see profits until later in the year. And I'm just saying later in the year, meaning, if you're starting in January of 2025, I'm saying like, okay, closer to December 2025. Now, why is that? It's because early investments are going to be in things like ads on Amazon, getting product reviews, having external traffic to set you up for really long-term success. So remember that when you do hit page one for keywords and you get those verified product reviews, the growth is going to snowball from there. But in order to get to that end point, you really do need to think about profitability later, which does go counterintuitive to some of my previous videos that I've done. And this is because of just the data and what we've seen in 2024. This is why I want to kind of give you the tools that you need for 2025 on Amazon, just because we have seen that it takes a lot more, like I said earlier, to get to that positioning that you really want to for long-term success. And that is kind of the goal on Amazon is playing with the end game, or like a longer goal in mind rather than that short term, I just want to get profit right away in the first few months. Step 4, use external strategies. So to really help supercharge your Amazon listings, you're going to want to tap into external strategies. And this is going to be a lot of different things. So think of things like email marketing. You can use that for building your email list. You can use that for launching products and also driving reviews. Now, social media ads is another thing. You can use Amazon social media promo codes to then track conversions on how that's performing. You can do influencer campaigns. That's going to be direct traffic that you can send to Amazon for a boost in your rankings, just because Amazon does favor that external traffic. And for external marketing and any kind of external marketing you're doing that you're sending to Amazon, make sure that you are enrolled in the brand referral bonus and have the attribution tags set up. That way, so you can track the success of everything that you're doing. Step 5, you need to track, adjust, and improve. Now, this should be going on throughout the whole year, but at least once a year, you're going to look at analyzing your product reviews. You're going to look at your market fit. You're going to look also at the competitor benchmarks. How are you performing against your competitors? Once again, that whole 1,000 product reviews, that's considering that maybe only a few of the competitors on page 1 in your niche that you're trying to go after had 1,000 reviews, and some of them had like only hundreds of reviews. So that's, those goals based on that. But you want to adjust your strategies to ensure that your branding is going to also resonate with that ideal customer that you're going after. And just remember, the success from listening to the right feedback, not just from your family and friends. As wonderful as it is to hear positive feedback from those people that are supporting you and what you do, you really want to hear from people that are actually using the product, that are kind of the goal in mind of who is using your product. Now, your 2025 Amazon marketing blueprint, it's not just about shortcuts. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of moving pieces. And I really didn't dig into this a ton because there's I think I could probably talk about this for at least 45 minutes to an hour. And if you're interested in that, comment below, because I could do a more of an in-depth training than this, kind of video where I'm kind of briefly touching on things. But it is about making your plans in a smart way and then executing on those plans. So if you are ready for your Amazon store to go to 6 or even from 6 to 7 figures, then you want to start by setting those clear goals. Then you want to use those right tools to get there. And also the big key, I think, for Amazon is to think holistically about your brand. Don't think of Amazon in isolation from the rest of your marketing efforts, because what you're doing off of Amazon does either positively or negatively impact how your brand will succeed on Amazon. Now, while you're thinking about creating your plan for 2025, make sure that you've completed an audit on your Amazon account. It might not sound like fun, but that's really essential to make sure that you have everything set up for success for your account. And you can do that by watching this video here.